Hi everyone, I hope that you can hear me properly. Yeah, if anyone could confirm that in a message, it would be really nice. Yeah, so whether I'm audible and so on. Hi Teresa, it's really nice to see you here. Hi Cornelia, hi, it's really nice to see you all here. Yeah, I hope that after sometime also as a tutor, I mean soon, because next week, yeah, probably I will be available to for a call, yeah, from the next week probably. Hi Agnieszka, hi Pavel. Okay, so it's great that everything works smoothly, and thanks to that we can start today's webinar. For those of you who let's say don't know me, I'm Tom and I'm host here mostly, and I will be tutor as well from the next week. So that's the idea. I decided on that like recently, because why not? I thought that maybe some of you would like to know me more and have classes with me. So yeah, but I also work in some other language schools. I also got my own individual classes apart from that, and I'm really passionate about languages. So this is mostly about me. So I am really a huge fan of languages. Today I spent only a bit on Japanese, for example, and on German. On German I spent today like it was around 1 hour, yeah, or so on German. I've got a really nice book. If you would like to, have some kind of recommendation on books from which you could study some other languages, you can really count on that. And yeah, so that's mostly about me. So I'm language freak. So welcome here to a language, let's say, freak webinar. Yeah, so today we're gonna talk about present simple and present continuous. So the two quite basic but very important tenses. I always teach my students that these two tenses are really important, because if you know these two tenses very well, later it's much easier to, let's say, memorize and to use some other tenses, especially past tenses, yeah? So that's why I think it's crucial to, let's say, memorize as much as possible and to understand these two tenses. So today we'll cover these two tenses. I will tell you about the differences and so on, and so that you will be able to use these tenses more easily. What else? There will be some exercises and so on, and at the end I will have some kind of, let's say, maybe not a gift, but I prepared some special material, maybe not on present simple and present continuous, but something completely different that I prepared for today. There will be like something from my side, yeah, something from my side that I'm gonna share with you. Not only you will get exercises on present simple and continuous, but also I will share something special with you. I hope that it will be special in the same way as it is for me. Okay, so this webinar will take around 20 minutes or 25, depending on how it will go. And also what is important, there will be 2 poll questions at the end of webinar. And if you've got any questions, you can feel free to ask anytime you want, because I'm here to help, so you can count on that anytime. So there is also Q&A session, but for those of you who already used webinars, so it shouldn't be a surprise, yeah? It shouldn't be a surprise. And some of you probably attended this webinar already, yeah? How many of you attended this webinar already? On present simple and present continuous. Because I think that there are, let's say, people who already seen this webinar, but we always try to do it a bit differently so that it will help you to, let's say, recall and memorize and remember it for a longer time. Yeah. Okay, so I think that we can start. But before, let's say I will say hello also to Alicia, Sylvia, Macie, and Joanna. It's really nice to see you all here. It's a pleasure, yeah, that you let's say decide to spend half hour with me. Okay, so let's move on. So let me show you the first slide. So as you can see, we've got present simple and present continuous today. It's a part 1 from the course, because there are 3 lessons on present simple and present continuous. Today we are gonna cover some basics. So the structure and you will see, of course, in detail, and the usage. And I hope that it will be easier for you later. So first, we will start from the structure of present continuous. This structure is kind of, for for many of you, you're already familiar with that structure, yeah? We've got to be, yeah, to be form. So I am, you are, he is, and so on. Then we've got verb plus ing form. Yeah, so I am learning English. I don't know, calling my dog. Yeah, something weird. I am calling my dog. How can you ask question? Yeah, are you calling your dog? Really? Why are you doing that? Yeah, does your dog have a mobile phone? Yeah, and negative form can be no, I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm not calling this dog because my dog doesn't have mobile phone. How could I call him? Yeah, so that's the general idea. As you can see from these very basic, let's say sentences, we've got I am learning English. Yeah, are you learning? Yeah, it's like we make question by inversion. So in this situation, to be form goes, let's say, to the beginning of the sentence. And negative form is obvious because we've got to be plus not. Yeah, plus not, and whether we want to use short form. So no, I am not. Yes, I am. Or we just want to say more, yeah, I'm learning English. Isn't that obvious? You can use both. Yeah, you can use both. But we need to remember that it's a bit more difficult with present simple. Because in present simple, we don't have to be form. We don't have to be form. Yeah, so we've got only verb as a, let's say, if you want to use verbs. So you've got the subject, then you've got the verb. So, for example, I study English. I teach English. I teach English, yeah? How can you ask me this question? So, do you teach English? Yeah, do you teach English? Yes, I do, of course, because I'm here conducting webinar, yeah? So that's the ideas. Here you've got example with learning English. So I learn English. Do you learn it every day? No, I don't. Yeah, so that's the general idea. And what is important in present simple, and don't forget about that the third person is sneaky like a snake. So in the third person, we always have some kind of S. We've got does, we've got the verb plus S, yeah? So if we've got she, he, and it, then we need to add S. So he learns English. It's really important, really crucial, and many students forget about this part. Remember snake, yeah? Snake, which is sneaky. Sneaky is like, let's say this snake tries to deceive you, yeah? Deceive you a bit, yeah? You can imagine sneaky snake. If you don't know the word sneaky, this is the word, yes, sneaky. Check it out later, yeah? It's a very nice word. Sneaky snake, so it's the S form in the third person. Okay, and here you can see this sneaky third person, so she thinks. It's important to add S. And in question, instead of do, we also got S, so does. And in negative form, we've got doesn't, yeah? So S form in the third person. Sneaky one, yeah? So remember about it. Okay, and something happened here, but I think that it doesn't matter. What is important? When we use these two tenses, so present simple in general, we use when we talk about something what is permanent. So for example, about our work. I work in this company, yeah? I mean, in general, I every day go there and I work there. I work as a teacher. I work as a office worker. Yeah, it's your routine. It's permanent. You do it every day. But I am working as a, let's say, I'm working as a construction worker. It means that it's temporary. For example, you want, to have some aside, maybe second work or something like that. So I'm working, it means that it's temporary thing. So, I can work as a teacher. I work as a teacher. I'm working currently as a construction worker because why not? I decided I want to try something new. But it's only temporary, like for a while, yeah? For a while, for example, for a week. It can be even for a year, but we still treat it as a temporary, yeah? So I'm working as a construction worker this year, but only this year. After that, it's not my routine, yeah? But if you work as a construction worker, it means that it's routine every day, or you do the same, yeah? It's routine. So let's look at some other examples. So here you can see she works at a hotel. Yeah, she works at the hotel, and you got this sneaky s in the third form. But he is working hard these days. He's working hard these days. These days is a phrase showing you this, like, just only a period of time, very short. Normally he's lazy as hell. Yeah, he's lazy as her. So she works at the hotel. It's her routine. It's her work. Yeah, but in this case, maybe she or he is working hard only these days, because apart from these days, he or she is lazy as hell. It's temporary thing. Yeah, it's temporary thing, like this hardship of work. Yeah. And right now it's time for you. You have to decide which is temporary and which is, let's say, permanent situation. If you could tell me which is more like permanent and which is more temporary. Yeah, I am waiting for your answers. I think that after this explanation, it should be kind of clear. So which is permanent and which is temporary? Yeah, which sentence is permanent and which is temporary? Like showing us when let's say which situation is temporary, which permanent. The first is permanent, yeah. And could you clarify, Ivona, why? And the same, yeah, I need some kind of clarification, because you know when you learn the most, when you teach some people, and it really works because you need to give some kind of argument. You need to, let's say, tell them why. Yeah, the first is permanent, but why? And why the second one is temporary in that situation? Okay, so I don't see any clarification. So the first one, I go to a football match, football game every Saturday. It means that you do it permanently. You do it like every day. It's like your routine. It's like your hobby. Yeah. And in the second one, you've got present continuous. It's a temporary state. I'm going to a football game now, but maybe you're not a fan of it. You're just going with your friends to try something new. I'm going to a football game now. It's temporary state, yeah, and then you might, not go there anymore. It's mostly up to you. So as you can see, here is the answer, yeah. Let's move on to some other thing. So here we've got the description of the situation, yeah. The first one, you see here in the picture two men, yeah, two men. They probably work for the government, so it's like temporary state. Working in general somewhere is temporary. In general, it's not temporary but permanent. Yeah, temporary if we are doing it only for a short time. So they probably work for this government all their life. Yeah, so those men work for the government. But right now, in this specific moment, they're discussing some important matters. Yeah, so that's the difference. And we use these two tenses very often in description of the picture. Okay, and right now it's time for you, yeah? You try to describe this, the second picture using the two tenses, so present simple and present continuous, yeah? So try to describe the situation here using the words provided. They should be more or less two sentences in minimum, yeah? You can write more. Okay, I dive regularly. Yeah, regularly. Maybe not I. We've got a diver here. I'm diving in Hawaii now. Yeah, I'm diving in Hawaii now. So he dives regularly. Yeah, but he's diving maybe right now in Hawaii. Yeah, it's really nice. Because we never know when the Hawaii will be finally flooded or something like that. Yeah, we've got a lot of natural phenomena currently, so it's better to go there right now instead of waiting for a long time. Yeah, it's my recommendation here. So he dies regularly in Hawaii. Possible, he dies regularly. Perfect. I see that none of you, let's say, has any problems. So it's really nice, and I see that it was really understandable. So let's try with the second exercise. Yeah, with the second exercise, if you could. Maybe not everything, but if you could provide me the answers, yeah, to as much as possible, but give me please the numbers, yeah, give me please the numbers, yeah, try to put there the correct tense, yeah. I really encourage you to write the whole sentence because it will be much better, but if not, you can only just write the answer that should be in the gap. So in the first one, it should be go. Yeah, we've got the first. So go. Don't drink. I don't drink alcohol very often. Yeah, because it's our routine. The first go because it's every Sunday. Perfect. What about the third one? Is she working at the moment? Yeah, because it's happening temporarily. Yeah. Is she working at the moment? Perfect. What about the fourth? Go, I don't drink. I see that Teresa answered properly. Very nice. Okay. For was busy. Maybe not was, but is. Yeah, is busy at the moment. So Helen is busy at the moment. Is, and she is planting some roses in the garden. Perfect, Agnieszka. And what about the? I don't know what is happening, Cornelia, with this buying. Don't is buying. I don't know what you mean with that one, but we've got still the last one. Mandy rides a bike twice a week. I see that everything is perfect. You don't have any problem with these tenses. That everything is perfect here. So you've got answers in that on that slide, and as I already noticed, there were no mistakes, so really nice, and I see that it was, let's say, very easy for you. So great. Let's move on to the next exercise. So what should be here? Yeah, what should be here? Try to come up with the right verb. Yeah, try to put there something so that it makes sense. But remember that one, let's say, sentence is in present simple, and the second one is in present continuous. Yeah. And one is more like permanent, and the second one is more temporary. Yeah, so we've got two different situations. Probably the verb here would be leave. Yeah, would be leave. Yeah, in that situation. Or stay. Okay, I'm staying with some friends until I find a place of my own. Yeah. Okay, what about the second one, Agnieszka? My parents live in London. Yeah, they have lived. They should be lived. Yeah, again, I haven't corrected that mistake. They have lived there all their lives. Yeah, I am living with some friends until I find a place of my own. My parents live in London. Yeah, they lived there all their lives. Yeah, so that's the difference. Yeah, that's the difference. The first one is temporary because you don't live with your friends. It's really hard. They would be tired after some time of you, and they would be totally fed up with your presence. Yeah. And in their house, so it's temporary. And the second one, probably your parents live in the same place and they live there for a long time. Parents very rarely change their lives totally. Yeah, so it's rather obvious as more let's say regular and more let's say permanent. Okay, so here you got the answer. I am living with some friends until I find a place of my own, so temporary situation, only for a while. And my parents live in London. They have lived there all their lives. They have lived. And here I see that lived is correct. So maybe I've forgotten to change something. Okay, And think about your family right now. What do they do in their lives, and what they are doing in, I don't know, right now. You can choose any member of your family. It can be your mother, it can be your sister, it can be anyone. Example is below. So my wife is a librarian. She likes gardening and going to the cinema. The weather is beautiful today and she's probably outside planting roses. So I'm waiting for creative stories about a member of your family. It can be about your husband, about your wife, about your mother, father, about cats. I accept animals. They're also part of our families, yeah. So it can be about dog, about cat. I'm really open. So but you need to answer in two tenses, yeah, in two tenses. So what do they do in their lives and what they are doing, let's say, now. Okay, so Pavel's wife is in the kitchen. And what is she doing in the kitchen? Cooking something or cleaning or something different? So she's in the kitchen. Probably she and doing dinner. Okay, she's in the kitchen doing dinner. It's like a short form of it. Okay, it's all right. And what does she do for living? I mean, what is her profession? Yeah. You could tell me more. So it's like the usage of present simple. And some other examples. I'm still expecting more. Yeah. My daughter is a student. Daughter, not O, but A. Okay, my daughter is a student. She likes dancing and reading. Today she has a day off. So probably she is reading at home. She is probably reading at home, yeah, it will be better. My sister works at the library, but now she's staying at home as, yeah, exactly. And in that context, it's okay. My husband is an engineer. He's reading a book now and looking for you or looking at you. Yeah, there is a big difference. Yeah, looking at me, for example, or looking for you. Maybe he doesn't know where you are. Yeah, my cat is sleeping at the moment. Okay, perfect. Many good examples. And here you got some useful resources. I mean, the not website, but books that you could use for improvement of your grammar. I recommend especially these two books. And do you have any questions regarding this webinar, like additional one, or maybe I should clarify something more? Right now, I am pasting the first link that I promised to give you. So this link is about these two tenses, so present simple and present continuous. So you can use, let's say, exercises there to practice more. In a moment, I will, let's say, paste you the second one that I promised, like a gift for you. Something I prepared on my own, and it took me some time, and I hope that you will enjoy. The second link is the link to podcasts. Yeah, I prepared the list of popular podcasts on English so that you can use them and listen to it in free time. Yeah, so today we covered present simple and present continuous, the usage of it in permanent and temporary situation. Permanent for present simple, temporary for present continuous. I gave you a lot of examples, and I hope that after that it should be clear for you how to use it. Yeah. Right now I'll run two poll questions, though the first question is there. Okay, and time for the second question. And from the list that I sent to you, this Google Doc, please remember to choose one podcast for you so that you could listen. And the books, the first one was English Grammar in Use. Yeah, English Grammar in Use. And the second one was Grammar Way 3. It's more advanced and nicer. And also choose one podcast from the list I provide. They're really nice, and I provide also the explanation what you can find there. Yeah, so it's my own material, and I hope that you will use it in your free time. So thank you so much for today. Of course, don't forget to follow Tutlo on some social media. And I thank you personally so much, and I hope that we will see each other on Wednesday. Yeah, so thank you so much, and enjoy your day. Bye bye.